enti wakojina nsuo nim 8 months ya no free power. Now here the same miracle Aboagye time and no to me no. This is what he said. I say, I will demonstrate against government if it bans small scale mining. Time and no to me no. We September 2024. Satana Ghana for say from Aboagye the report about manya hoshi. Minerals Commission say chairman want to me say as manya hoshi. More forest ebie mo bia ko manya hoshi. Ghana for say yem ban the mining. Na yenhwe sene yebetuma ko yeni because aban na nyehwe miracle Aboagye ko tena TV so say NPP aban e ban mining because of galamsey or no be demonstration abrantie we an ende wa hye a Poland for Lacoste abegina ho a say echichira motuo mo say die yo say o hye SM say small size o say S o hye die we o hye S ana or just small as tiny small or T as S. The same person in the 1 year. The same person who come mount it. Akonyawo insured him say insured the our power in less than as some work kind 3 months or say 2 months near Kotwaba. Okay, say or no MPP na or your Baumia campaign manager no or say ono ne MPP no say omo ban mining in Ghana ono omo be demonstration tia MPP ene kwasi ampanyi we or the Yandoh aye the tise kusia onyem akogya na ji say munhwe ye o enti enya den yama power. Who in their right senses to take the NPP serious? Kwasi ampanyi me born video chiro no ono na sato September ya na o say I will demonstrate against government if it bans small scale mining na Ghana for kasa. Ya say munya bibi. Samonya mon declare state of emergency kura munya bibi mi ehu. Chairman want to me say asase. Keti yemvo say asase. From pop what in the report aba. Ye mo bie forest na ma munya bibi. Omoka say no. Afe miracle Aboagye went na news file, mame kan kire o kan story na some kan ni. MPP wo mo ye nwan o. Baka say wo mo agimi, don't listen to them. Intika de omokoye nanke ye nya beto aba mamo na. Inti ne kwakra ne sen yema mutumi moa na musa me bie forest no nyan. The spokesperson for the campaign of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the new patriotic party's flag bearer for the 2024 elections, Dennis Miracle Aboagye, has threatened on one kasa threaten na ban also hwe galamsey na support Bawumia campaign no galamsey na ye ne enne ya sensuo na e ma yesika no opese utwa de galamsey mu Miracle Aboagye tena Joy News threaten aban Satan not only the leading Bawumia communication na Bawumia man sa chance na ko betuma ko ye Bawumia told him that you dare not go on radio and say or support say young banning mining small scale mining in Ghana. Bawumia man direction say kono ka Ghana for say no, because the intentions was that obubekunipa keep power no ma say asase them more. NPP they never thought of losing power. Me na me catch wrong. Takonu she never thought to say NPP will lose power. Nana Danko for he never thought. Bawumia thought he will win the power. So he sat on TV. The same Miracle Aboagye catch the Ghana for say, or no be see the party no say you banning galamsey or Ghana. Now when you read the story, this is what it says. In Mr. Aboagye's view, the calls for a ban on small-scale mining are politically motivated and not in the interest of the country. Or see September. Or see omo kase galamsey sensio ku Ghana for ye won kora no mo say dituno. Or see sanko for your politics no mo yom fom kwase anko no ha. Enya koma pa no mo de kasa. Satan no wa ban mu. Kwase ampe yo hye Poland for Lacoste we. Miracle Aboagye. Kwase ampe wa se banchidue yi. Na na mo dwi say ere fie ho. Now what the Ghana no offer Aboagye serious. Miracle Aboagye no offer is serious. Oh way. Jimmy way. Politics of insults. You bet you so you see, into onim sa MPP for the Jiminti, no offer for Yandoh, ni tise kusia wanyam. Wasiato. Ono time na oti Ghana 8 years we wudi nzo ni Jimmy. The nimu prekesen se apofia be gina. Yes mahama be yensuo no otwe. Ukroma santimemu nso papa be na da ho. Galamsey asedi nyina. Kokwa demonstration ho. Now all kinds of speaking on Joy News on Thursday, September 19, he said the calls are in the interest of some political groups. So that time now fix the country for a demonstration. Or say dabi where politics no more ye. In Sobian say ye, mo bian can say galamsey. Miracle Aboagye. The niase said the kotra ni egu kwasia and wakoshe Poland for la course say BBSC inti yanya den what should we do? Yanya den yentam Ghana ne mamwana yanya den inti ebunfu MP NDC mama yen support NDC biom yanya den inti end game ne say what's the end game? Ntwamwa my say Jimmy for ma Mojo say Ghana for race 2 days 3 days where just 7 months ago. You see, Osaka said me, and I quote, Miracle Aboagye no masem. He's at for me kind of tree. The proposal they are making is not in the interest of the water bodies. They are making it in the interest of their own political affiliation. End of quote. Or see, Ghana for now, Omatio Mugwa Bontinica say, Ekufuado Abain, Chema Untumi Yagala, Mobile Forest, no. And before watching the report about Nina Mosamunya Hoshi, to see the person we be Amonia or say, Omo yes, I did no, a yes, Sebio, political party be no more joining, and ya Ghana, and you soon say no. Intina sa time no, Wajatum says you say you, but not on Peso Bejatum say the party na say you no. Wajatum say the party na be gala, a forest no, I say you no, but politics, kwasia boy way, foolish boy way. Or just over to the Ghana for did other diagram because I had a full and need any question pay me so person be the president. MPP and Kaso Jimmy. Some because MPP Jimmy Dio naturally foolish Jimmy. They still don't think just a Ghana for you need Jimmy to support Yandoh. Now we are Santiniba with the MPP. Kwa Santimem no correct kwa boasa dance. Kwa santimemu we regional communications that adena wonko honko da form koto de ne bodwe muti Jimmy mu na small boys we use mu o Yandoh we nyini cha akwa we why wonim tum sa pa ofia ko gina ne chi Jimmy ho papa penyin toto o do hwe abo to akogina nsuo ho ukuro ma santimemu ye nya nsuo nom. Now mama ncha de kudi ntia MPP for mo Jimmy. Now let's go back me chow bibi time and MPP to see the water. And on catcher say 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. You shouldn't say this is evidence.
Management of Ghana Water Company Limited in the Central Region is crying out for help as it warns residents could go without water running through their taps for a long time if nothing drastic happens to change the situation. According to them, galamsey activities on the Pra River has resulted in the inadequate raw water received at the Sechahiman water treatment plant. They say about 60% of the catchment capacity is silted as a result of illegal mining, compromising the quality of raw water. We'll bring you the statement from Ghana Water Company Limited shortly, but first, excerpts of our documentary, Thirsty Rivers.
Sacred waters, once no-go zones, are now vulnerable to exploitation. Their purity, sacrificed at the altar of prophets. What was once protected by deep-seated respect for tradition is now undermined by the clinking of coins as the sacred is sold off piece by piece. The Ghana Water Company continues to post challenges affecting the processing of water for the consuming public. At their water treatment plant here at Sechahiman, illegal miners continue to mine very close to the intake points of the company. The water treatment plants, once efficient hubs of purification, now resemble battlefields. Here, modern equipment struggles against overwhelming turbidity levels, constantly straining under the burden. The filtration systems, once designed to handle sediment-free water, now groan under the weight of heavy metals and salts, leading to frequent breakdowns.
So the Sechahiman water treatment plant was designed with turbidity levels of about between 800 to 1,000. But now we hit turbidities of about 11,000. Yeah, yesterday I think turbidity was about 9,000. So turbidity, like I told you, you can say is about how unclean the water has become in terms of silts. So water treatment plant that is designed to abstract water without silt is now abstracting the water with silt.
Professor David Kofi Suman, an esteemed environmental scientist at the University of Cape Coast, sounds the alarm on the relentless galamsey activities ravaging Ghana's rivers and water bodies. With a deep sense of urgency, he highlights the catastrophic impacts of chemicals seeping into these waters, posing a grave threat to the health of countless Ghanaians.
You see, those days when we clarify water, we use just the water stands for some time and the sediment drops and it becomes clean without adding much chemicals. Today, because of the nature, it's mud. It's not water. They are squeezing water out of mud. And so they will have to add a lot of chemicals, alum, to be able to settle this thing that we are talking about.
In a statement put out by the Ghana Water Company Limited today, the plant is only able to produce about a quarter of its installed capacity. Currently, my colleague Kwekwa Asante has details of the statement.
Very alarming statement put together by the Ghana Water Company Limited, and they say that they've noted, of course, the challenges with water supply in Cape Coast, Elmina and surrounding communities in recent times. Then they go on to provide why exactly this acute water supply challenges is happening. They say the recent demand supply gap is a result of inadequate raw water received at the Tetrahiman water treatment plant as a result of galamsey. Pollution of the Pra River along its course, and most especially at the catchment for abstraction, has reduced water embankment to the barest minimum. About 60% of the catchment capacity is silted as a result of illegal mining galamsey, compromising the quality of raw water. We are currently recording an average of a turbidity of 14,000 NTU instead of 2,000 NTU, designed for adequate treatment. Currently, the plant is able to produce only about 7,500 meter cubic water per day, a quarter of its installed capacity. The situation has caused severe inconveniences to our customers and consumers, and we sincerely apologize. The company is engaging all stakeholders in activity to your community.
Ghana Water Company must do magic, perform magic, and reduce it from 14,000 to 5 NTU. Can you imagine the work that Ghana Water Company has to do before we can get a drop of water to the homes of customers? But Ghanaians are doing this. It's not as if there's no water in the Pra River. But the quality is so bad, we can't abstract more than that. We can't abstract more. In fact, the same thing is happening in Western region, Aboagye, where we abstract the Pra River. Sometimes the galamsey causes, the galamsey operation causes the sand or the silt to gather at the intake that we are not able to use to abstract water. Sometimes we really need to close down the plant, but we can't close it down. So we have to do whatever we can to be able to abstract the little that we can. In fact, this thing must stop. It must not continue. So in fact now we don't even, in fact, let me say we are now there.
Video now share no. This was August 2024. August 2024. That was NPP was in power. August 2024. And the water na ye can was the same place, so the same central region, no saying no. August 2024. The same people today are doing a press conference in central region saying, say, time on no move free power na in Sunenin to say. I've played a video of news reporter, a free Edian, a free central region. Now, my biggest problem no the problem I want to see our Ghana, the fight against galamsey, one of the biggest problems the media, and especially multimedia. You see this news coverage I'm lecturing on, Joy News coverage. They have all these materials at their disposal. When the MPP, they were in power, they went to these sites. They saw what damage or the kind of damage na MPP for a year to our environment. Today, they are the ones spearheading the NPP propaganda and agenda against a government that is working for the people. That is my biggest problem. And it hurts me when I say multimedia because my own boss, Erastus Asarodonko, he's putting his life on the line to report every single thing on the ground for us to see, irrespective of the party in power. Or start reporting a galamsey issue. Now MPP no power. He's still doing it whilst NDC is in power. But it hurts me say the media which he is part of. I'm talking about the media a company that is multimedia, specifically Joy News. You know, they are making the fight against galamsey very difficult. Because you see, Joy News, multimedia, they have an agenda. And the agenda is that we want to find a way to make this government look bad in the eyes of Ghanaians. So they are going to align themselves with the NPP to lie to us. How can you have these materials at your disposal? You have covered the news in the central region. How under the leadership of Akufo-Addo Bawumia, ensure what Ghana say, and I say, and so move free power. How can you follow these same criminals to the same location and come back and report as if say what is happening is new and it's never happened before? Because if Joy News or multimedia is a credible platform, the first question they will be asking these people is, why do you want us to follow you to a place you have been before and we saw the damage you have done? In fact, the water body or the water we saw there had already been destroyed even before we went there with you. So why are you today making it look like, say, what we are going to cover or we follow you there, no, will change the narrative? It is only a media house, a for any fake news, any a media house that is making it difficult for us to fight illegal mining in the BSA. And you see, multimedia, Joy News, they are enabling the NPP to lie to Ghanaians. And you could see the interest it is a paid job they were doing. Oh, yanko krasiwe, yanko busako krawe, yanko bebre. You see, the idea in say we want to do everything as multimedia, Joy News, to make the John Mahama administration unpopular because since they came to power, they have not paid us money. They have not called us to settle with us. They are not doing what we like. Into the fight against galamsey, no. As much as we are blaming Ghanaians, the media, especially multimedia and Joy News, are the biggest hindrance when it comes to the fight against galamsey. Because if I am an editor or Joy News, be a news editor, now Mabekachem say we are NPP. We are going to the central region to go and do a press conference in front of the same Ghana Water Company, you call under your leadership. So that's saying I will tell my reporters not to go. No, why should my reporters go? Because under your leadership, that is when we saw the distraction. Why are you today going to stand there to tell Ghana for say then it means you, the media house, you are enabling them to lie to the people. Whilst you have evidence whilst you have evidence to prove say what they started, what we are experiencing today, it was started by the NPP. So why are they not being bold to tell Ghana for say, no, we are not going to be part of this strategy of destroying a government that is willing to fight, unless the media house is ready to help the NPP to stop the fight against galamsey, because that's what we are seeing today. That is what we are seeing. That's why I keep saying that Joy News are fake news. Multimedia is one of the worst media houses in Ghana. Very terrible reporters, very terrible news outlet. It is political. What they do is the whole thing is it's about money. The highest bidder. If you don't give us money, we will deliberately decide to lie to the Ghanaian people. And the danger is that they are destroying Ghana. Multimedia, Joy News, almost say Ghana. Now, my mention and the reason why I'm saying is that multimedia, Joy News, they say Ghana, my video the same Miracle Aboagye, or not the same Joy News. Joy News nobody nechi echo central region. For him to go fool himself there, no, he sat in the same newsroom. This is what he said. Listen to Miracle Aboagye.
It's a small-scale mining firm employing close to about 5,000 young people in the western region. You are saying that we should ban them for what wrong? What crime has he committed? Because there is armed robbery, everybody should be left at home. Everybody should be kept at home. Is that a sensible way to solve a social canker? That there is a lot of armed robbery or there's a lot of phone snatching around Circle. So government should ban everybody coming to Circle. That is an emotive, an emotional way of trying to solve a problem. And that is why I keep telling you that these people who come on TV and radio and talk about ban, they are... It's a small-scale mining firm employing close to about 5,000 young people in the western region. You are saying that we should ban them for what wrong? What crime has he committed? because there is armed robbery, everybody should be left at home, everybody should be kept at home? Is that a sensible way to solve a social canker? That there is a lot of armed robbery or there's a lot of phone snatching around Circle. So government should ban everybody coming to Circle. That is an emotive, an emotional way of trying to solve a problem. And that is why I keep telling you that these people who come on TV and radio and talk about ban, they are that there is a lot of armed robbery or there's a lot of phone snatching around Circle. So government should ban everybody coming to Circle. A small-scale mining firm employing close to about 5,000 young people in the western region. You are saying that we should ban them for what wrong? What crime has he committed? Because there is armed robbery, everybody should be left at home, everybody should be kept at home. Is that a sensible way to solve a social canker? That there is a lot of armed robbery or there's a lot of phone snatching around Circle. So government should ban everybody coming to Circle. That is an emotive, an emotional way of trying to solve a problem. And that is why I keep telling you that these people who come on TV and radio and talk about ban.
This is the same idiots. Kwasia we and Wakujina Central Region. Otina join news catch Ghana for say Kwa Western Region kwa obi ya illegal mining. Why employ 5,000 people? Adentina yentum. Adentina yenfa ban into so. That time Ghanaians were calling for a total ban because the government was doing nothing. Remember, so Ghana for that time and calling for a state of emergency. It was because the government was doing nothing. Akwa we kotina the same joy news catch Ghana for say na muma jimi ana Kwa Western Region kwa obi ya gala wafa nipa 5,000 ejuma. Adentina also ban the Ghana gala. This is miracle Aboagye. This is the